So the vision is the outcome. It's where you see yourself or your company or your organization once you've reached the goal and achieved what it is you've set out to do. So you want to make sure that you have that clear vision to start with before you can map it out. So a vision is basically a goal that is clearly defined and put down in vivid detail of what you see in terms of the outcome, where you see yourself, your organization, your company, your business, project, whatever it is you're doing or working on. So how do you achieve that? How do you make that vision a reality? How do you achieve that? So what you want to do is you want to articulate that vision clearly and get it down in writing. And if you have trouble writing it down or have trouble articulating it, practice seeing it in your mind, whatever the end result is, whatever it is you're trying to be or to accomplish. You want to see that in very clear detail, every single little detail, every aspect of it. And if you have trouble writing it down, make a video like this, just kind of talk about the vision, what you're seeing in your mind's eye. Talk to somebody else in your organization about the vision that you're seeing, or a coach or a mentor or whoever you're working with, and help them pull that vision out of you and get it down on paper. So what you want to do is you want to clearly articulate that vision in the most minute detail, everything around it. Then you're going to list your goals that it's going to take to achieve that vision, and then you're going to list the action steps that it's going to take to achieve that goal, and then you're going to break those action steps down into as much detail as possible to achieve that goal. So let's say you're a realtor and you want to make $100,000 this year and your average commission's $5,000. Then you know you need 20 closed transactions to hit that gross commission goal. And if you know you need to talk to 100 sellers to get 10 appointments to get one listing, then you know what it's going to take in order to achieve that gross commission goal. And then if you know the things that you need to do, so if you know that you need to talk to 100 sellers to get 10 appointments to get one listing, then what do you need to do to generate 100 seller leads? So on a daily basis, how many phone calls do you need to make? How many emails do you need to send out? How many Facebook ads do you need to run? How much follow-up do you need to do with your CRM and your system? So take that vision, and let's say you're building a building, okay, and let's say it's a retail strip center. So you can see that vision. It's vacant land, you've got it under contract, you can see the vision of that building. So you know all the little parts and pieces, you got to work it backwards. So your goal is you've got to get that plan approved. So in order to get that plan approved, you have to start with the engineering, and you have to start with the site planning and all the permitting and everything it takes to get there. And then once you get that, you've got to have the financing. So you've got to meet with banks, and you've got to have your business plan and your deal deck and things like that. So that vision can be broken down into goals that can then be broken down into steps, which can then be broken down into as much detail as possible to ultimately get to that vision. That is how it works. That's how a vision becomes a reality. The most successful people in the world, that's how they do it. They clearly articulate the vision. They put goals in place in order to achieve that vision. They break those goals down into steps, and they break the steps down into detail that it takes, so that every single day you know exactly what you're doing, exactly how it gets there, and exactly what it's going to take to achieve that goal and reach that vision. So that's how you do it. If you have trouble articulating what you're seeing in your mind, record yourself talking about it, describing it. And if that's difficult, then find somebody to talk to, a coach, a mentor, somebody in your organization, maybe a marketing assistant, whoever it is you're working with. Have them help you pull that vision out of your mind and get it down on paper, because that's where it starts. You got to be able to clearly define and articulate that vision in order to map it out and turn it into a plan. So that is your vision mapping process. That's how the ultimate destination of what it is you want to be, what it is you see, becomes a reality.